Let's go to Canberra, though. Joining us is Political Editor Andrew Clennell, who's also watching things. So casting your eyes to the Liberal meeting this morning. It's in about 90 minutes from now, Andrew. But who gets the wood? Who gets the chockies, as they say?
Well, overnight and this morning, the view from both camps, I think, is that Susan Lee's there by about 2 votes. So that can change. People can change their mind in the morning, as I said yesterday. So I'm not putting my house on it. But at this stage, it looks like Susan Lee. And it looks like Angus Taylor trying to promote a newbie and Jacinta Price on his ticket hasn't helped, hasn't assisted matters. That's the talk of both sides, I think. And I think that's where we're at, Pete.
So what happens? Let's say Susan Lee is successful today. What happens to Angus Taylor and Jacinta Price?
This is the other thing. Sorry, this is the other thing I want to speculate about. So it is possible, I think, that should Susan Lee get the chockies, as you called it, they're not very nice tasting chockies with only 28 House of Representatives seats. I think they're, your home brand chockies, really, Pete. If that were to occur, I think Jacinta Price might not throw her hat in the ring for deputy. So imagine that. So that's the possibility. If Angus gets up, Jacinta runs for deputy. Don't know who else does, whether Ted O'Brien does. If Susan Lee gets up, perhaps Ted O'Brien gets deputy. I think that's where we're looking at. And I think Angus Taylor and Jane Hume were talking in the piece before the Jacinta Price move about her running for deputy, even though Jacinta Price and Jane Hume are from the Senate, so it's a bit unusual. But the work from home thing's really killed Jane Hume's ambitions off in that respect. So, because it was her policy and it was had such a dire effect on the coalition result. So she's just got to bide her time at the moment. So right. I don't know. I suspect Susan Lee would offer Angus Taylor a front bench spot.
Shadow treasurer, maybe?
I think no matter what, no way. No. I can't see that happening at all. So,
I mean,
and there's
Tim
also
Wilson.
talk around the place that, well, there's talk that Angus Taylor offered Tim Wilson shadow treasurer. But I think what you'd find is Susan Lee, her deputy, would be able to choose whatever portfolio they want, and Ted O'Brien would probably want shadow treasurer. But again, there's only a couple of votes in it.
So when you got someone like Terry Young who can't be there today, I mean, it's too close to call. That's why he's not going to be there up in Longman. And can they cast a vote in absentia or anything like that, or are there any rules like that?
Well, I don't know, but I'm aware that Barnaby Joyce did in the Nats party room yesterday, so I don't see why Terry Young can't. Because I assume Terry Young will be through proxy.
I mean, and then he would be voting, according to reports anyway, for Angus Taylor, which maybe squeezes the margins a little more if that were to happen. Yeah.
The other thing to bear in mind, if it's only a couple of votes, Giselle Kapterian, couple of hundred votes. Tim Wilson just fell over the line. Those are key wins, perhaps, for Susan Lee.
Is this a united party? I mean, after today? Is it a united party?
Is that a rhetorical question? Is that a rhetorical question,
I asked
Pete?
the Nationals about that too. I mean, does it apply to the Liberals? I mean, it's good to get this stuff out of the way early, but is there going to be tensions that go long into this term?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, if there's only a couple of votes in it, that's problematic for whoever wins, you know. And long history of this, of course. Brendan Nelson, Malcolm Turnbull, Tony Abbott, John Howard, Andrew Peacock, Bill Hayden, Bob Hawke. If it's a close vote, Pete, it's, you're almost doomed from the start.
And just a final note on the Labor Party. I mean, they're all going to get sworn in this morning as well in about 20 minutes, so not too far away. Notice that Ed Husick, he had another crack last night as well. I mean, are things harmonious on that side? Well,
it doesn't matter. Albanese's the king, isn't he? I mean, 94 seats to 44. Look, I was thinking about this the other day, or yesterday, should I say, and I thought about when John Howard entered the Prime Minister's job. He was, of course, in the job for 11 and a half years. He was 56 when he became Prime Minister. Anthony Albanese was 58. So I think Jim Chalmers and others will be cooling their heels now. I think Anthony Albanese will be there for a long time.
Yeah.
And I would note in relation to Tanya Plibersek, and I think there was a hint of this from the PM yesterday, I reckon no matter what people or Tanya spins, it's an obvious demotion. And, the implication is that one of the important things you've got to look for with reshuffles is these administrative orders they put out, machinery of government changes.
Yeah.
Disability is all going to Mark Butler and Jenny McAllister. So not just NDIS, but disability. That was an important part of social services. So not only does she get social services, which is hardly a glamorous portfolio, but she'll be less in charge of less, as I understand it, than Amanda Rishworth was.
Well, it seems like a demotion for sure. I mean, call it what it is. Thanks, Andrew.